Okay, guys, good morning. It is, I don't know, what time is it? It is 9:58, and I am Alex Ritza, Dr. Alex Ritza, and I'm going to do my first live Zwift race today. And I'm going to talk a little bit about what a Zwift race is, for those that don't know it, and I'm going to talk a little bit about bike fitting, and I regret the title that I wrote down, but I'm going to talk about the value of a bike fit. And so for those that do not know what a Zwift race is, so I am sitting on a special trainer that is connected to my computer, that is connected to this program called Zwift, where I'm going to pedal around my little purple and pink avatar here. And I'm going to race against a bunch of other people around the world. And we are going to do about an hour race this morning. It starts in about 15 minutes, so I'm going to do a warm-up and talk a little bit what I've been up to with getting certified for a bike fit. So I'm really hoping all the tech goes well with this. I'm sure there'll be a mistake. Took about an hour and a half to get this set up last night. Hunched over in the corner here. It's probably why the left side of my back is killing me this morning, but it's just a muscle issue. I stretched it out and it should be fine. So for the last few months, I've been studying and doing some courses through SICI, which is the Serrata International Cycling Institute. Serrata's I think it's titanium bike frame that was out in New York. Yeah, I think it's titanium. And so they do bike fittings, they teach how to do a bike fit, which is when you take your bike, which you buy a certain size of, and then with the bike fit, you're going to have a customized position or orientation of the pedals, the handlebars, the seat forward and backwards, where you're going to try to maximize your comfort, aerodynamics, and power. So that's kind of like the triangle that we talk about, where in the case of like an Olympic time trial, you are super duper uncomfortable, but you have good aerodynamics and good power. So that's going to depend on somebody's goals of what of those three they want. But what you do, or what I will do, is somebody comes into our fit studio / my basement. We do a really good physical assessment, just like I would in the office, for their spine, their entire body, understand how they move, how their feet move, how their hips move, how their spine moves. Because ultimately, somebody's physiology is going to determine how they're able to be positioned on the bike. So for me, I'm super flexible through my spine, so I can get more aerodynamic. But if somebody's hamstrings don't allow them to do that, then you can't put them in a really aerodynamic position. They're going to be a little bit more upright. Anywho, so you start with a really good physical assessment, and then get them on their bike, or if it's a new bike, approximate that bike and see how they pedal. You assess from the front and the side, front and side, front and side, and you see where things might be less than optimal. So maybe their knee wiggles a bit too much, maybe increasing the likelihood of an injury. Maybe they're complaining about a particular pain in their hand or in their buttock or somewhere. And then what we're going to try and do is reorient them on the bike so that it is more comfortable. So in terms of the fits I'm going to do, okay, before I do that, I got to make sure my heart rate monitor is attached here, because I don't want to get kicked out of this race. Okay, let's see if we wet the electrodes. No, it's not going to work. Untouch, attach. Are we in business? Uh-oh. Well, oh, there we go. We're in business. No. There's definitely a signal. There we go. Okay, so I think then where we're at is we will orient them on the bike so that we could try to improve their position, their mechanics, their power output, and find a position that's in line with their goal. So either maximizing equally aerodynamics, comfort, power, or tending towards one side. Now, I've been for a few bike fits in the city. I've been to a couple good ones and a bad one. Like I've seen Lauren at what was Duke's is now the Trek store. He did a great basic fit for me. Didn't have the same degree of assessment as I would do with the body or the foot, but like, you can't expect that of everybody because I'm not a chiropractor, not a doctor. They don't know how to assess the body like I do. Not to be arrogant or cocky, it's just when you do it all day, every day for 8 years, plus another 4 years of school, I better be good at it. So I try to find a position for somebody on the bike where they can find a position that's really good for them and what they want to get out of their bike and what they want to get out of the sport. And one thing that allows me to do that is this thing called the kicker bike. Can be moved in 3D space. Like I can change the pedal position, I can change the handlebars, they can go up, down, front, back. So we can take somebody's fit on their bike, transfer here, move them around, and then take those numbers and put it back on their own bike. So in this case, the benefit of that as my side hustle, a business other than my chiropractic practice, is I get a sweet bike to ride indoors and do some races on. And one thing that is super sweet is this bike, when I'm not pedaling on flat ground, will go up and down. Perfect.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
So right now, like if you look at the top right, I'm on a 0 degree incline. And when my avatar goes uphill, the bike will actually move backwards, which is rather rad. So in the course that I'm taking, my instructor, Greg, who's also a physiotherapist.
Working on that.
Pardon me while I down some sugar. Was telling us that only like 10% of people get a bike fit. So let's say that includes hybrids, of all the people that buy bikes, etc. That's like a small amount. So like, let's say we take out the hybrids, take out mountain or cross bikes, which should still get fit. But like, if we're talking like, 15, 20% of people with a road bike, which might be overestimating, get a fit, like that's crazy, crazy low. So the value of getting a bike fit is you can maximize your enjoyment on the bike. And if you say like you're already comfortable, then you can get more aerodynamics, you can get more power out of it, and you're just gonna have a better custom fitted tool to your needs. And so, yes, it's an expense. Yes, it takes time. Yes, it takes some privilege. You have to have access to a fitter. Like if you live, in Thunder Bay in Ontario, you might not have access to a fitter. So there's that as well. But if you're riding your bike, 4 to 15, 20 hours a week, you're probably going to want a tool that fits you really well because there's a lot of repetitive strain on the bike. You're making 80 revolutions per minute. So 80 times 60 is 80 times 60 is 480. No, it's 4,800. If you're out for 5 hours, 20,000 revolutions of a pedal on your knee, if it's even just a few percentage points off or causing a little bit more repetitive strain, then you're definitely going to be in some trouble. You're probably going to get a repetitive strain issue or have some sort of injury, which obviously not ideal. Siri trying to talk. So the value of it is you're going to be probably more comfortable on the bike, less chance of getting injured, and then if you're looking to perform on the bike, then like to me, like you can't not get a fit, because you might be losing, you know, 10 to 50, 100 watts of power. Like I just watched a NorCal cycling video, a guy, Jeff Linder, who was saying in aerodynamic position on a time trial bike, you might be losing 85 watts with just not having your head and the shoulders in the right position. So if you're looking to do it for performance, you want to go faster, just from being positioned on the bike better, you might get an entire winter's worth of training from just being positioned better. Okay, I gotta up the intensity here. I'm gonna get short on this race. So we'll get a little warm up in here. So, you know, like for me, I usually go up 30 watts in the off season from training, let's say 6 to 10 hours a week, like suffering like a dog, working super duper hard. And like, if you could get that same power from just changing position, like that's pretty cocoa bananas. Man, this is gonna be really hard to talk and race at the same time. People make this look easy. So, to me, like, I'm obviously biased. I'm obsessed with cycling. I spend 6 to 15 hours a week doing it. I'm gonna wanna make sure that my tool is like very well suited to my body. But, you know, I think that with the fits I'm gonna do, they're definitely gonna be geared towards people that are more serious about cycling, and the cost is going to reflect that because a lot of work goes into it. Like I do pretty much the same assessment here in the studio as I'm going to do at the office, and we're going to give a really, really, really good fit in line with somebody's goals that's going to be truly custom based on a good structural assessment of their body. So my fit's probably not going to be for everybody. Like if you're a very casual cyclist, you might do really well with a really basic fit where like you're not really having your feet assessed. We're not talking about orthotics. Maybe we're not making expensive changes to the bike. Like instead of maybe changing the length of your crank that your foot's attached to, maybe you don't change that because that's going to cost an extra $500 at the store. And like, I recognize that's not for everybody, and I think it's just better to get a basic fit for $100, $150 that's more in line with your goals, that's going to let you enjoy your bike a bit more and not ever be held back from doing what you love, whether it's like going on a trip, riding with friends and family, you know, missing out on going for coffee, missing out on something else. Like for me, when it comes to health, that's the thing that worries me the most is not FOMO with others, but not getting to do what I love. I really hope the climb and the bike tilt works with this. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the event. Chatting at the same time. Difficult. So I'm going to try and run my shocks with this, my aftershock headphones, and I'm going to try and talk at the same time. We'll see how this goes. It may be you guys are just watching me suffer. So with this race, I think it's going to be about an hour, there's really like one big climb. The climb should be about 20 minutes. I'm going pretty good right now. Like, I did an FTP test this week? I don't know, I did an FTP test this week, and like, I was at 339 watts at 68 kilo. Today I weighed in at like 67.3 kilo. So I'm definitely not going to win this race, but I'm going to go as hard as I can, and we're going to see what we can do. Okay. Now, in terms of tunes, hopefully you guys can't hear this. Not too embarrassing, but it's me like some progressive EDM from back in my day. All right, so I know one other guy in the race, Jason Vetterell. Jason is a fast dude. He's a good dude, super hardworking guy, and I love cheering him on when I'm not racing. All right, so we got 46 seconds to go. I really wish I had a little more sugar in me, but I should probably turn on my fan. Whoopsies. So these races are hilarious in that it's like full gas from the start. Like, we're going to be doing a lot of watts just to get off the line, and then should be able to settle in at a reasonable pace until the climb. So wish me luck, guys. We'll see how this goes. Well, this is overly reasonable. Okay. Yeah, so it'll probably be super chill until we get to that climb. And then things will like really be disgusting. So I hope this race is entertaining to watch. Like, it's gonna be a 20-minute sufferfest on the climb. And what'll happen is some guys will just go off the front, and I will not be able to catch them just because of the math of it. Like, if you look on the right, you can see right now I'm doing like 3.9, 4.2 watts per kilo. So that means I'm doing 260 watts at 67 kilograms plus a bit. So that's the math there. Power divided by weight. And if I can do about 5.2, 5.3 watts per kilo up this climb, and other guys can do easily 6, like, doesn't matter how hard I work, I'm getting dropped. And so that's where, like, I recognize the math for today, and I probably am not going to, I'm not going to win. But I'll still go my hardest. That's going to be a good workout. I'm actually going to do it for power. Now, one thing I can do here in versus a real race is I can get up out of the saddle a lot and not lose aerodynamics. And I don't know if it's because of my hockey background, but like, I have I'm a good climber, better than in aero, because I practice it a bit more. I don't practice this enough, but also like from hockey, I think just that standing, pushing out with the leg, I can get good power there. Okay. So, lakes, they feel like okay. I don't think we're going to know until we really start to go. I had a good sleep last night. I gave up on using my Whoop, which, you know, in terms of a health metric tracker, body tracker, I'll talk about why I did that on a later video. But just wasn't good for me and my mental health, and was a net negative. Yeah, so we'll cruise along like this for a bit. I think it's probably 6-7K till the climb, and then I won't talk for like 20 minutes. Hey, Jeff. Yeah, so it'll definitely be hammer time soon, buddy. So, math-wise, like I should be able to do 350 for 20 minutes. That'll be destroyed at the end of that. But I'm going to try and hold it at about 350 and see if I can hold on to the lead guys. Got a little hill coming up, so we got to accelerate a bit. So probably accelerate a little too much. I don't need to be at the front pulling here, but I don't want to get dropped for a stupid reason while live streaming. I definitely will try, Jeff. All right, it's climb time. Now the key is to cue up the power song. So we're going to turn left here, I think. And then we got to climb. Now, one thing is, if people cheat in this race by lowering their actual weight, much more effective because there's so much climbing. All right, let's send it. Oh, the climb is working, so the bike's coming up. Sick. Oh, it's gonna be so hard to hang on with these guys. Oh, it's just super unsustainable. But gotta figure everyone suffering just as much as you. Oh man, the kicker bike is so good. So I like to go hard before these pitches get some momentum. Makes it so much easier. Such a nice little hack. Good job, Jason. There's gonna be a split here. Oh. All right. So you see the bike starting to descend. Super cool. Man, we're going way harder than I thought we'd be. My heart rate's still good though. While I'm talking. Little push. Oh, that sucks. Pivotal moment here. I gotta get back on. Nice job, Gene. Oh. Shit. That sucked. I got in super tough. I gotta hold on to this screen, man. Just dangling off the back here. Yes, you got good legs today. Okay. Fuck. Thanks, Jeff. Oh. Jeff, I'm dead. Okay. I gotta bridge this. Man, I'm so dead. Oh, it's super chuck, bro. Dude, why aren't you super tucking? Uh-oh. Super chunky bastard. Thanks, Jeff. I appreciate it, buddy. Oh. Thanks for cheering me on, Jeff. 15 seconds down. Message we can work with these boys. Okay, so now I can get out of the saddle when I normally couldn't and just smash pedals, non-aero. Maybe we catch these guys, but probably not. But still work hard. Man, this finish guy's a monster. God damn it, guy. Man, I can't wait till this race is over. Damn it. Oh. Yeah, like the group in front of us, there's no chance when it's catching, there's just too many of them, and they're stronger. Oh, this Finnish guy's so annoying. He keeps hammering through. Oh, this sprint, it's even the most disgusting thing. I'm already so gassed. Oh, damn it. That was awful. Oh. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. 11th place. Man, that was hard. So, thanks guys for tuning in. Thanks Jeff for watching, cheering me on. I'm done. You guys have a good day. It's time for a cool down.